This is the DuroMax XP13000HX 13000Watt dual-fuel portable generator, and I'm giving you my honest first impression after using it through 2 outages and several shakedown runs. I bought it because I wanted whole home backup without committing to a permanent standby unit, and I needed something that could handle central AC, a well pump, and an electric water heater without juggling breakers all night. Out of the box, setup took me under an hour. I bolted on the wheels, feet, and handles, added oil, connected the battery, and it fired right up with the push-button start. The electric start is a huge quality of life win. The first thing I noticed is the sheer size and heft. It's heavy. Think relocatable, not truly portable. The wheel kit and folding handles make it manageable across concrete and packed gravel, but this is a 2-person lift if you ever need to load it into a truck. In my opinion, that's a fair trade for the power you're getting. Key features that stood out to me are the dual fuel capability, the serious output, 13,000 starting watts and 10,500 running watts on gasoline, the CO alert safety shutoff, and a power panel that feels designed for home backup. You get 4 standard 120-volt GFCI outlets for tools and small appliances, a 120-volt 30-AT twist lock that's great for RVs, a 122-40-volt 30-ATs for common transfer switches, and the big one, a 122-40-volt 50-AS outlet that lets this thing stretch its legs for whole home use. I also like the digital display for voltage, frequency, and runtime hours. That hour meter is the unsung hero for staying on top of oil changes. From my experience, the dual fuel setup is the real advantage. I tested both gasoline and propane. On gas, it has a little more punch. That's when I saw the strongest motor starts. On propane, the drop-off felt small, and the convenience is hard to beat. Propane stores cleanly and safely for the long haul, and during extended outages that matters. I ran it on a 40-pound propane tank for a good chunk of time and had no issues powering the essentials. For those new to generators, starting watts are the short bursts needed to kick on big motors like your AC, while running watts are what it can supply continuously. That's why that 13,000 versus 10,500 distinction matters. I wired mine to a 58 manual transfer switch installed by a licensed electrician. If you're new to transfer switches, it's a safe bridge between the generator and your home panel, so you're not backfeeding the grid. With that 58 connection, I was able to run lights, fridge, freezer, well pump, gas furnace blower, and even my 3-ton central AC, but only after adding a soft start kit to the AC. Soft start is a small device on the AC that reduces the big spike of power needed on startup. Without it, the inrush current can trip the generator's surge capacity. With the soft start, it came on smoothly. If you want to run central AC from a portable generator, I'd recommend this for homeowners who are willing to add that soft start. It's a small upgrade that makes a huge difference in day-to-day usability. Noise-wise, it's loud compared to an inverter generator. It sounds like a lawnmower or shop vac, totally expected for an open-frame unit of this size. I run it outdoors on a level pad, away from windows and doors, with the exhaust pointed away from the house. The CO alert adds peace of mind. It monitors for carbon monoxide and shuts the engine down if levels get unsafe. No matter what, never run any generator indoors or in a garage, even with the door open. Fuel consumption is what you'd expect from a 500cc engine built to push this much power. On gasoline at moderate loads, plan for roughly a gallon per hour, give or take. With an about 8-gallon tank, you can get through a day as long as your load isn't maxed out. On propane, the runtime depends on tank size. A 40-pound cylinder kept me going for a good stretch at a mid-level household load, and swapping tanks was simpler than refueling with gas cans in the dark. In my opinion, it's perfect for folks who plan to store propane for emergencies. Gas is still great for maximum output, but propane's shelf life and cleanliness make life easier when the outage runs long. Build quality feels solid. The engine uses a cast iron sleeve, and the alternator windings are all copper, which I prefer for durability and heat handling. The frame is tough. The handles feel sturdy, and the front-facing controls are logical. A small nitpick: the oil drain location can make changes messy if you don't prep a catch pan or a little cardboard deflector. It's not a deal breaker, just something to plan for. The idle control helped with fuel use on light loads when I ran gasoline. On propane, mine behaved more like a fixed RPM unit. The manual and startup guide are clear, and the included propane regulator and tools got me up and running quickly. On reliability, my unit started clean and ran steady voltage and frequency under load. I did have a minor hiccup after the first couple of hours where it stumbled on a hot restart. Reseating the spark plug wire fixed it. I reached out to support just to document it, and they were polite and quick to respond with basic checks. No parts were needed, and it hasn't reappeared. I also appreciate the 5-year warranty on the HX model. That longer coverage was a deciding factor for me. There are a few realities to accept. It's big and heavy, it's not quiet, and it likes fuel. If you go into it with that mindset, it delivers serious, dependable power. Also, check your local regulations. It's not CARB compliant, so in some states, it may not be an option. For everyone else, when paired with a properly installed transfer switch and a soft start on your AC, it genuinely feels like a whole home setup without the cost of a permanent standby. From my experience, the best way to live with a generator like this is to plan. Map your circuits, label what you'll run together, keep spare oil and plugs, and have a fueling strategy. If you prefer a near-silent backyard, this won't be your favorite sound, but it beats sitting in the dark and sweating through a summer outage. In my opinion, it's perfect for homeowners who need real 240-volt capability, want the flexibility of gasoline and propane, and care about safety features like CO shutoff. I'd recommend this for anyone who wants whole home coverage on a budget, has a safe spot to run it outside, and is comfortable with the size and sound that come with this level of power. In conclusion, the DuroMax XP13000HX does what it promises. It's a true workhorse with friendly controls, meaningful safety tech, and enough outlet options to match most home setups. It's not small, it's not whisper quiet, and it's not the cheapest to feed, but when the lights go out, it turns a bad night into a manageable one. If you found this helpful, subscribe to the channel and drop your questions or experiences in the comments. Thank you for watching.